RIP new sales taxes. Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California. I've been city council watching since at least 2007, and sometimes I just have to shake my head at what I see. If you like what I do here, please subscribe and share this video. It feeds the algorithm. If you're already subscribed, thank you, and thank you for stopping by today. Let's get started. At the August 4th City Council meeting, Chris Soria was sworn in as Chief of Police. His contract is for 1 year. According to the staff report, the Chief of Police position became vacant when Chief Chavez resigned in March of 2020. Mr. Chris Soria is currently serving as the interim Chief of Police and is responsible for the overall operations of the police department. He began his employment with the City of Livingston on August 4, 1983, as a reserve officer. Then on June 2, 1989, was hired as a full-time police officer. In July 1997, was then promoted to sergeant, where he held this position for 9 years. As of October 9, 2006, Interim Chief Soria was then promoted to the position of lieutenant, where he held this position until July 1, 2018, when he was promoted to captain. From 2010 to current, Interim Chief Soria has stepped in on multiple occasions as acting chief to cover the operations of the police department, while the current chief was either away on holiday or meetings. He manages a department of 20 sworn and 11 non-sworn employees. It is evident by the various responsibilities assigned to the Interim Chief Soria that he is well regarded and trusted by his superiors, colleagues, employees, and community. Looks like we have a case of Hawk Nest versus Housing Project. On August 4, 2020, the City of Livingston held a workshop and discussion about mitigating the effect of a proposed housing project on the Swenson's hawk. A nesting site for the hawk had been discovered during the process of compiling information to be included in a mitigated negative declaration for the project. The cost of these mitigation measures was estimated to be somewhere between $100,000 to $120,000. The developer involved indicated that additional expense would make the project not pencil out. The following solutions were considered: setting aside some already city-owned land as a reserve for a fee, expanding the mitigated negative declaration into a full environmental impact report, which would cost around an additional $60,000, and have the council declare a statement of overriding considerations to allow the project to go forward. In the end, it was decided to expand the mitigated negative declaration into a full environmental impact report if the developer would be willing to pay the additional $60,000, and have the council declare a statement of overriding considerations to allow the project to go forward. A statement of overriding considerations would mean the council believed the positive benefits of the project would outweigh the negative environmental impact of the project. On August 6, 2020, the city held its second workshop about the budget. It was nearly 3.5 hours long. I could not understand everything that was said. The sound quality for one council member in particular was atrocious. But this is what I gather is the TLDR of the two positions in the conflict over how to close a $300,000 budget shortfall. One side hopes to not lay anyone off, even if it means pay cuts and/or furlough days to avoid cutting staff. The other side feels that not only should the PD not have to take a pay cut, the city should actually be hiring more officers. These were the options that were put before the council that day: freezing vacant positions, furlough days, raising user fees, as in recreation, and organizational restructures. Translation: lay people off. There was another option that did not make it onto the list: a new city tax. It was only mentioned in passing, and if I heard correctly, it would have been something like a City of Livingston sales tax. I'm betting the city staff did not add that to the list of choices because it would have been rejected outright. At the end of the workshop, the city manager was instructed to go back to the departments and bargaining units to come up with some kind of buy-in from all of the departments, and hopefully, therefore, not end up having to lay any people off. The next budget workshop meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, August 25th. Now, I've seen deficit trends like this before, and it is not pretty. If discussions degenerate into a this department versus that department fiasco, I'm worried what we will end up eventually is with layoffs and severe cuts in services. The Merced County Times reported that the Atwater City Council held a special meeting on the 4th, the purpose of which was a 1-cent general sales tax to be placed on the November ballot. There was opposition to this general tax, either because of timing due to the pandemic, or there were issues with the way the proposal was drafted. Ultimately, the proposal died because no council member was willing to even just make the motion to put it on the ballot. Merced County Supervisors rejected a 1/2-cent sales tax proposal after backlash from residents and local mayors. Mayors of all 6 cities within the county signed a letter with concerns, one of them being it would encourage residents to shop outside the county. Moving on to Merced County versus the coronavirus, on Monday the 3rd, confirmed cases rose from 4,285 the previous week to 4,422. However, if you can read the fine print, you can see that positive cases and active cases may be understated due to issues with the statewide electronic reporting system. The status report for the 3rd confirmed 4 additional deaths, but 4 of the deaths that had been reported on Friday were reclassified as non-coronavirus related. Therefore, the official death total remained at 50. On Tuesday, August 4th, 5 new deaths to coronavirus were reported. However, 4 more cases from Friday were reclassified as non-corona related, so the official total stood at 51. 9 additional deaths were confirmed on Wednesday, August 5th, and another 2 deaths were reported on Thursday, August 6th. By Friday, August 7th, confirmed cases rose from Monday's 4,422 to Friday's 5,012, and 2 more deaths were reported, bringing the total of deaths linked to COVID-19 at 64. This is the county's outbreak list as of the weekend of the 7th. Here is just a quick snapshot of how the week began and ended. Just a quick reminder, red is for when the county was reporting active cases. Pinkish is when the definition switched to probably active. My scale on this chart tops out at 1,104, so the current numbers are still off the charts. When we take a look at the number of positive cases by age range, we see the majority are in the 18 to 34 age range, followed by the 35 to 49 age range. In just the first week of August, there were 727 new positive cases. The estimated number of active cases dropped by 115 for the week. Deaths were up by 14, and total hospitalized was up by 45. In cases by community, the largest numerical increase was in Merced, followed by Atwater. The largest percentage increase was in Livingston, also followed by Atwater. If you're subscribed to the channel already, you might want to check and make sure you're still subscribed so you're notified whenever a new video goes live. And subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this is the gardening snail of Livingston, California, because not every critter is hiding under a rock.